Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful respond to a recent BNB post concerning Sheila, Deacon and Taylor by saying, "She's fighting to keep it in." Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful are reacting differently to a recent BNB article regarding the triangle involving Sheila, Deacon and Taylor. Is Sheila on The Bold and the Beautiful reformed? The post posed the question, is Sheila reformed or will her past self come up to haunt her? Taylor and Deacon from The Bold and the Beautiful have become close throughout his therapy sessions. However, he acknowledged that Sheila harbors a beast that will probably reappear at some moment. Is he correct? How do Facebook users respond to BNB's post regarding Sheila's potential for redemption? With all the things Sheila has done, she is really trying. Sheila is married, in love and happy. Y'all better leave her alone, exclaimed a Facebook user. She's fighting to keep it in, another fan wrote. But the real Sheila is about to break free and I can't wait. Her whole reason for sanity shouldn't hinge on Deacon, another user noted. There's no reforming any psychopath in real life or soaps, a viewer commented. Another fan commented, when a person keeps telling others that they have changed, they haven't. Sheila never really had any mental therapy. This is something we should all keep in mind. They just try hard to lay low for a while until their true character comes out once again. Deacon will be held accountable if Sheila reverts to her aggressive behavior. This is unrelated to his affections for Taylor and vice versa. Years ago, he caused this complicated predicament. Do you recall the time that Bill and Rich collaborated covertly with an FBI agent to imprison Sheila for her previous offenses? Given that Ridge and Bill can't stand one another, that was a fantastic twist. Sadly, Deacon got involved by buying off a judge to prevent Sheila from going to jail. He ought to have allowed justice to take its course, but he chose not to. He is therefore solely to blame if Sheila's beast ever reappears. In one sense, Deke is correct, but in another, The Bold and the Beautiful's post posed an insightful query. Has Sheila really changed for the better? Deke has no right to tell Deacon that he must dissolve his marriage, even if he doesn't think so. Deacon is the only one with the authority to decide that. One Facebook user said, he might forgive her, but it won't ever change the fact he will never want her to be with his dad. Another fan said, Deke will give away something about Deacon and Taylor. I think she will come after Deke and Hope, another admirer conjectured. Some fans sympathize with Sheila and want the new Sheila to stay. Please just keep Sheila on the more nice path, one fan said. She knows they don't like her, and they want their dad with Taylor. Leave Sheila alone. I really like her with Deacon, another admirer concurred. Keep Sheila good, exclaimed yet another admirer. Why does Sheila repeatedly storming Taylor's office? When people are continually cruel to you, one fan said, it can change your perspective and make you very, very angry. And it's a bit of psychological torture because they keep doing that to Sheila. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila has undoubtedly improved herself. She prevented Kelly from drowning in the sea. She prevented Luna from shooting Steffy. We also have to respect her for standing up for her marriage. She must, however, observe boundaries. Taylor encouraged her to call first rather than storm into her office. Why is Sheila unable to honor that straightforward request? One Facebook user commented, Taylor needs to lock her door because Sheila seems to feel free to just walk in any time. For one straightforward reason, some of us will never truly be Team Sheila. She has never served time in prison or paid for her crimes. She attempted to murder her own mother, which is difficult to forget. In a hot tub, she attempted to drown Lauren Fenmore. By letting a swarm of bees into Lance's flat, she killed him. It would be simpler to support Sheila today if Deacon hadn't interfered. Sheila had been incarcerated, and he had married her when she was freed. Sheila has never accepted responsibility for those terrible deeds and served time in prison, because Deacon handed her a get-out-of-jail-free card. However, she never made the effort to demonstrate that she was accepting responsibility for her offenses. Maybe that's why she won't be accepted anymore. Just as Bill first got Luna pardoned for her own misdeeds, Deacon provided her the easy way out. Do you recall how angry we were at that? To make up for all of her horrible deeds, we all wanted Luna to be imprisoned. Isn't Sheila supposed to follow suit? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Eric's menacing "you're dead" hint. Will Logan's launch determine Katie's destiny? According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric Forrester might have just given a menacing "you're dead" hint. Will Logan's launch determine Katie Logan Spencer's future? Fans are constantly worried about Katie's health because she has experienced a number of medical issues over the years. This is particularly true with regard to Katie's heart and the tense circumstances she frequently finds herself in. There were some clues in the conversation that suggested Katie might be preparing for another heart attack during all of the chaos at Luna Nozawa. But in the end, B&B abandoned that strategy and concluded the Luna story prematurely. The show was eager to switch to this fashion rivalry, but the Katie health drama might be retained. Now that Katie is feeling so overwhelmed by Logan's kickoff, it might simply happen in a different way. Eric discussed how important it was to make a big impression straight away in the January episode of B&B. Eric emphasized that Katie's debut collection had to be so amazing that no one could dispute it. Eric scared Katie by saying, "If you don't have a big opening, you're dead." It's odd that Eric phrased it that way, even though it's clear he was referring to Katie's fashion firm. Were the authors implying that if Katie's launch crashes and burns, she would experience a fatal, or almost fatal health crisis? It's possible that Katie's health issues will ultimately play a role and put a significant burden on her heart. Katie's heart might burst from the strain of getting ready for Logan's launch and the devastating blow of failure if it doesn't work. Eric's hint is at least cause for concern, but it doesn't definitely imply Katie will be eliminated. If this fashion endeavor fails, Katie might wind herself in the hospital fighting for her life, so keep an eye out for any significant developments. In conclusion, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Katie's destiny might depend on Logan's success or failure. B&B spoilers. Remy is hired by Elektra to handle her dirty work. Next week on The Bold and the Beautiful, desperate times need desperate measures. Knowing that her relationship with Will Spencer Jr. is being threatened, Elektra Forrester is no fool. Is she desperate enough to turn to her former stalker for assistance with her homeless Dylan situation? Below are spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Bold and the Beautiful. Elektra Forrester knows a guy who can track people across the nation. In truth, Remy Price used to be a professional stalker. Elektra can solve Remy's problems. Remy pledges to be sorry for the suffering he inflicted on his friend, and to seize any opportunity for atonement. Will he take care of Elektra's dirty work so she may speak well about Deke Sharp? When Deke Harrison discovered that Remy Price had tormented and hounded the innocent and kind Elektra Forrester, he dumped him like a hot potato. It may make a big difference if Elektra were to inform Deke that Remy has changed, or that she exaggerated his wrongdoings. Elektra has to learn more about her new rival in the interim. Will Spencer Jr. will expel Elektra if she can provide evidence that Dylan is up to no good. Dylan's last name appears on her pay stubs, therefore she should definitely start by getting in touch with HR. Remy discovers something more bizarre than Elektra anticipated? Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful suggest that when Remy begins to follow Dylan around, he might discover something unsettling. It's possible that the kids will discover some bizarre hint about who she really is. Dylan may possibly be Sheila Carter's long-lost daughter, according to rumors. Do you believe that Dylan is attempting to kill Elektra Forrester on purpose? What sort of filth might Remy and Elektra discover? Is she so desperate that she would make a compromise with her previous stalker? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor is just using Deacon, and it's working. Regarding Taylor Hayes' shocking new romance with Deacon Sharp, fans of The Bold and the Beautiful are split. Does the doctor truly have feelings for her patient? Or is she merely trying to get Rich Forrester back by using Sheila Carter's husband? B&B spoilers. Did Taylor lie about her heart condition? Last year, Taylor Hayes made a comeback to The Bold and the Beautiful while suffering from broken heart syndrome. Ridge's relationship with Brooke Logan seemed to be killing Taylor. Taylor's former partner dumped Brooke and became engaged to her because he was so worried about her condition. Her broken heart syndrome then miraculously recovered. At the time, there were suspicions that Taylor Hayes was playing Rich Forrester in The Bold and the Beautiful, and that she might have even bribed her doctor to lie and persuade him to marry her. Ironically, the doctor was a complete scammer who used a fictitious cancer diagnosis to defraud the Spencer family. After Liam Spencer's surgery, Dr. Grace Buckingham fled months ago and hasn't been seen since. Given Grace's past, There's a very real possibility that Taylor bribed her to tell lies. To save Taylor's life, Ridge broke up with Brooke. Will he do it once more to protect her from Sheila Carter, Deacon's wife? B&B spoilers. Is Taylor in danger, or is she playing everyone, even Deacon? Taylor will be in grave danger if she hooks up with Deacon Sharp. Because of her new partner, Sheila intends to harass, stalk, and even kidnap Ridge's ex-wife. Everyone is aware of it. Is Taylor trying to win Ridge back by flirting with Deacon? Ridge is aware that Taylor won't pursue Deacon and will be protected from Sheila if he returns to her. But what about Brooke Logan, his wife? Is this a cunning scheme to reclaim Ridge Forrester? Will he break up with Brooke in order to put an end to Taylor's new relationship? Could the naive and charming Taylor have a sinister scheme to bring Bridge to an end? Will Dylan of B&B share sparks with RJ instead of Will? Dylan may appear to be interested in Will, but she most likely aspires to live the same kind of life as Elektra. Dylan is now fully engrossed in the bold and the beautiful. At first, she was described as Hayes' art instructor. She then went back to get in touch with Elektra, her close friend. Dylan first appeared to be interested in Will, Elektra's boyfriend. But RJ is coming back soon, and she might fall in love with him. Important takeaways: Dylan has been residing in the seaside house, owned by Will and Elektra. Forrester Creations might present her with a fresh opportunity. Dylan appears to be keeping a careful watch on Elektra's lover. But perhaps all she wants is Elektra's life for herself. What is happening with Dylan from B&B? Viewers of B&B are unsure about Dylan. She initially appeared to have the potential to become the next Luna. As Will washed off in the outdoor shower, she appreciated the vista outside the window. Dylan appeared to be infatuated with Elektra's boyfriend in that scene. Elektra even advised her buddy to move aside. Although she was aware of Dylan's past with Will, she wished to emphasize that they were now in a serious relationship. Dylan acknowledged that she didn't mind if Elektra and Will ended up together. But it doesn't mean she doesn't still desire that for herself. She grinned while glancing at Will and Elektra in a different scene. She can simply be pleased with her friend's friendship. Alternatively, she might be looking for a wealthy man who can assist her in escaping her predicament. Join the Soap Hub community and share your thoughts. Comment: RJ Forrester makes his big return. Brian Nicoletti will premiere as RJ Forrester on Thursday, January 15th. Forrester. He is anticipated to start a fresh rivalry between the Forresters and Spencers. In the midst of the fashion war, RJ might be at odds with Will, who has become accustomed to his position at Forrester Creations. The son of Brooke and Ridge will probably cause problems for the following generation. Dylan will be spending a lot more time at Forrester because she may soon have a new job there. She had been living out of her car, Steffy found out. She promised Dylan that she would discuss working there with her father. Will B&B go back in time? Dylan may keep RJ away from Will by sharing sparks with her. For Elektra, who is holding on to her man tightly, this will be fantastic news. Unexpectedly, though, Elektra might get envious of their developing romance. Rumor has it that there might be an Elektra Will Dylan/R.J quadrangle. It might be comparable to how Liam found himself in the midst of Wyatt, Hope, and Steffy. What do you think? Do you believe RJ and Dylan? Will you fall in love? Or do you believe that she is infatuated with Will? Steffy's pitch, Dylan's excitement, and Donna's struggle. Dylan will become enthusiastic about the prospect of working for Forrester Creations. Donna Logan Forrester, meanwhile, battles the conflict between her sisters. Dylan's excitement. Let's begin with Dylan, who recently visited Forrester Creations. Elektra Forrester came up with a plan to assist Dylan in finding employment. The girl was taken to FC by Elektra and Will Spencer so she could meet Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Since Steffy taught Hayes Forrester Finnegan art for a while, she is already acquainted with Dylan. Steffy is pleased to extend a job offer to Dylan, but she must first speak with Ridge Forrester. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's pitch. It's intriguing that Steffy is giving Dylan a job offer even though Deke Sharp was fired. Deke may not feel that way when he learns about it, even though it will probably be nothing special. Ridge will likely just follow Steffy's advice because he detests making business decisions and is obsessed with the Logan name issue. Donna Logan Forrester is attempting to maintain harmony between her rival sisters, according to teasers for tomorrow's episode of Struggle, the Bold and the Beautiful. Due to her intense excitement for Katie Logan Spencer, Donna is in a difficult situation. Donna, however, can also see why Brooke Logan Forrester is upset about the Logan trademark. Donna will eventually have to take a side and quit acting as a mediator. Donna's sisters will force her to do this even if she may not want to. Eric Forrester's controversy. Eric Forrester is really proud of Katie for launching her own company. Eric even suggested that he could assist Katie at Logan. The patriarch has already made his choice, but the brunette doesn't want conflict between Eric and Ridge. Ridge and Brooke will be furious when they learn what Eric has done. Eric may be accused of treachery by Ridge, creating yet another rift in the family. What will happen? Is it possible for Katie and Brooke to repair their damaged relationship? Or does Brooke really represent Team Ridge rather than Team Logan? Eric offers Katie a job at Logan. Eric congratulates Katie on her new fashion house, Elektra, and will continue to assist Miss Dillon. And the Forresters are still upset over losing the Logan brand. Will tells Elektra how amazed he is of her after they share a kiss at the beach house. She is quite kind, especially to Miss Dillon. Elektra is also amazed by him. She goes on to say that she wants to do much more for Dillon. Dillon smiles as she receives a text after taking a shower in her room. When Dillon joins Will and Elektra, they declare their want to help her further. They have given her plenty, she claims, and it is crucial that she earns what she has. Despite sending out resumes, she hasn't had any success thus far. They have a plan to assist and guide her. Daphne tells Brooke and Steffy that Carter performed well, while showing off her engagement ring at Forrester. Ridge boasts that he informed Carter that she was the right lady for him. Brooke begins offering marriage counsel. After thanking her, Daphne inquires about her feelings over Katie going by Logan. Brooke believes they ought to concentrate on commemorating the engagement. They are constantly whining about the name and Katie. Carter promises to continue working on a legal strategy to put an end to their suspicions that Katie stole the name to make things easy for herself. Dillon is brought to the showroom by Will and Elektra to meet Steffy. When she learned that Dillon was residing in her car, she was shocked. Elektra and Will have been a huge assistance. Steffy is asked for additional assistance by Elektra. Steffy would stop at nothing to assist, and Elektra assures Dillon that she is a brilliant artist among her many talents. Dillon claims she has no knowledge of fashion, but Steffy argues that everyone must start somewhere. She will discuss it with Ridge. Ridge and Brooke return to the office and carry on discussing Katie's actions. He tells her that Katie will soon put an end to this foolishness. Donna tells Katie at Eric's that she understands both why Brooke is so protective of her name and why she wants to use it. However, she is overjoyed for Katie. Katie acknowledges that she feels overburdened. Joining them, Eric shakes her hand and tells her that Logan will be just as remarkable as she is. She finds great meaning in that. He is confident that the future she is creating will endure, and is proud of her. They discuss how Donna won't let him have his martinis and how he has been keeping busy. He's content with Donna and having fun with the great-grandchildren. Ironically, he's ending his career while Katie begins hers. Donna departs for her Pilates class. Eric informs Katie that he still likes to sketch in the afternoons. He remembers how challenging it was to develop Forrester with Stephanie. They never wavered in their vision. Katie would appreciate some guidance because she feels like she's building on quicksand. He tells her how difficult it was and advises her to make a huge impression right away. If not, she's dead. She claims to have little time and no designer. Eric advises her to focus on the prize. Katie thinks her sister is making fun of her. It took time for Forrester to grow into an empire. Eric reminds her. She needs individuals who have faith in her. Because he has faith in her, he offers to visit her office and assist.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.